It's three individuals why every rapper is now saying the street is dead or fuck the streets. It's 1090 Jake, Trap Lil Ross, Whack 100. After they done exposed everybody as talking too much, snitching, he told back then, rappers are backed into a corner that the only way to kind of come out of this is to say fuck the streets. I got to be honest, bro. Got to be honest. These motherfuckers, yo, you realize everybody was cool when nobody was being held accountable. Or the people held accountable was, oh, we don't fuck with that nigga anyway, so let us hold him accountable. Not like fans being able to hear these stories and be like, well, what about him? And what about him? And I know y'all cool with him, but what about him? That's what fucked it up. Y'all do realize that, right? Now, let me get into this, chat. Let me get into this. And I do want to be honest with you, Chad. Today when I seen this tweet, it was a tweet from King Spider. And what King Spider said was, fuck the street, Savage. Today was the day I realized, chat. You know how they said Jesus died on the cross for our sins? The streets died for Thug, I think. I've got to be honest with y'all. The streets died for Thug. I feel like everybody is in a place where everybody's calling out the picking and choosing. Chat, y'all let me know, and we're going to go through it. I believe the streets died for Thug. Because applying the same standards to Thug would make everybody look crazy. So the streets is on the cross and is looking at all the niggas who subscribe to him. There are 12 disciples. The 12 disciples are sitting there. You got Pooh Shiesty over there, G Herbo right there. You got everybody. And the streets is on the cross. And the streets is saying, so I gotta die because y'all don't want to keep the same energy with one nigga. And everybody said, yeah. Yeah. Fuck the streets. That's what I personally believe, Chad. I gotta be honest. Why do I say that? And we're going to have grown-up discussion. We're not going to only be facetious. I do believe this idea of fuck the streets and what Savage is talking about is a very real thing in the sense of I do believe the streets is reductive. I've always said it. It's cannibalistic. It's never been progressive. I will say, though, that the timing is eerie, and that's going to make people feel that it may not be sincere. Okay? I don't know. I feel like I don't have a voice in this. And I shouldn't, right? Like, I'm not a street dude. So I'm going to take this from a different angle. I agree in theory, and I'll stand with solidarity with these guys. You know why? First of all, I'm the king of the sidewalk. So if they're saying, yo, let's eliminate the streets and everybody's on the sidewalk, great. Welcome to my crib, okay? I'll give y'all the rules. Take y'all shoes off at the door. Bathroom's there. That's your room over there, Shiesty. That's your room over there, G Herbo. We got you. Like, the sidewalk is amazing. So I agree with this idea of fuck the streets because there is like, this is the first time I've seen rappers almost kind of like seemingly start taking the motto of being role models and leaders into their own hands. They're like, nah, yo, this thing called the streets is stupid. It is stupid. Right? Now, granted, we're going to have to also get into this because we do love street music. The same way we love gangster movies, right? Like, nobody loves killing, but you love gangster movies, right? Nobody thinks like selling fentanyl is great, but you love drug dealing movies. Like nobody thinks that robbers are cool, but you love like a good bank heist movie. Like we are entertained by these things, and we're gonna have to debate and really speak about how these things kind of fall and will, kind of match up, because there's many different messages to get. The first message I'm gonna agree with is that if we're saying that rappers have the ability to influence the people who are listening and to kind of, they're seen as the cool guys to set the trends. If they're saying that, hey, listen, maybe you guys shouldn't, subscribe to the street lifestyle or street codes where you go give up your life and think that your man won't fuck your baby mama while you get locked up, or your man gonna take care of her for life, or you go do a crime with your homie and you think he gonna hold it down and he end up telling on you. Fuck the streets, because I've always said, if you can't trust a nigga to obey the law, why do you think you're gonna do crime with him, break the law, and he's gonna then adhere to certain codes because while he's disobeying others? Like, a criminal, to me, while I think there's no code and no honor among thieves or criminals. There's an honor among brotherhood. And this is where I want to take this idea of fuck the streets. I want to get that out of here, because this is a cool slogan. I get it, and I agree with it. But this is the conversation we're going to have, right?
What you need is Whiteout Survival, Frozen World, Real Battles, Alliance Friends. It's the ultimate cooldown.
Say less, I'm downloading it! In Whiteout Survival, it's not just about surviving the cold, it's about dominating it. You collect fuel, expand your base, and keep your furnace burning while the world freezes over. It's strategy, it's teamwork, it's not...
Is fuck the streets also means fuck integrity? Does it mean fuck solidarity? Does it mean fuck loyalty? Does it mean fuck all share codes? Because when you say fuck the streets, like the streets is not actually an actual place, right? Like, I was listening to G Malone, and he was making some good points today. I might play what he said, even though I don't want to play it because he was too critical of my mans. Okay, that's my boy. But still, the streets aren't like an actual place, right? Like if we're talking about just a pavement in between two sidewalks, if you have people of opulence that live there, it's going to be Beverly Hills. If you have low-income people that live there, it might be a crime-ridden place. So it's not like, even though it might seem like a physical place, it's usually we're denigrating what the streets is, or we're marketing it as a place where people don't have opportunities. So when we think about places like that, there's many things that come into play, right? And without, I might even hop on Discord for a bit, but I don't know if I got maybe I call a street nigga. I probably need a street nigga to talk about this. Actually, maybe I should call Savage. I would love to kind of. Should I get a debate going on with Savage? I don't know if he's around. Okay. The point is this. Thug said fuck the streets. Right? Big 30 said fuck the streets. G Herbo, fuck the streets. I didn't think Shiesty was going to join in, because you know why? Like, and this is where we're going to get into problems. And I was kind of surprised Shiesty even said anything. If you listen to Shiesty's music, that's the number one song in hip hop right now. He's basically rededicating his life to the streets. He's saying, yeah, I came out of jail, but I'm back in the streets, okay? We can just read through the lyrics, okay? Here we go. And by the way, this is another thing I need clarification on. What is the streets? Right? That's what I'm saying. It's not a physical place, but what does it mean? Because when I hear, if you're talking about, yo, I got my members with me. Yo, that's the gang. Isn't that street talk? Or maybe it's not. Like, I don't know what fuck the streets mean. That's my thing, right? Here we go. I get mad when I look around. My members ain't where they supposed to be. A whole war going on. I'm stuck in a cage. It drove me crazy. It said, unfortunately, I'm the CEO and top shooter for my gang. My grandma told me to keep my grass low. Whole time I'm the snake. Smell this plot for 3 miles away. He said, I ain't chose the streets. They chose me. Stepping on shit is my lane. I ain't chose rap. It chose me. My name hold too much weight. Type of influence that I got. Yo Gotti told the Drake, when you meet me, you gonna get real motivated same day. I don't know what, like, this idea of, the only confusing thing I was saying, because I think in totality this is a good message, is that Pooh Shiesty just dropped the toughest song all year. Like, he's not saying, yo, man, fuck the streets. I'm back on here. I'm just trying to get some money. You know what he said? Yo, I ain't shot nothing in 4 years. I ain't sent a hit in 3. Don't let Dirk verse get to your head. Ain't nobody slime, it's me. Like, I'm confused on what the streets is. So, while I agree with the principle, I'm not sure if that's just a slogan. And this is why I'm saying the streets died for Thug. Because I'm with y'all with fuck the streets if y'all aren't going to make music that's going to propagate street activity from people listening. All of these guys are millionaires that's talking. I would hope that they're not picking up guns and shooting people. But you do know who's going to be listening to this. It's going to be a bunch of YNs, young kids that live, again, in the streets. And I keep telling you, the streets is just not a physical place. It's where people that lack economic opportunities live at, that are impoverished, and then usually resort to crime and violence because it's surrounding them, and that's the way that they have to survive. They're the people who feel like these type of songs are the blueprint and the rules to their life. So if you're saying fuck the streets, you shouldn't make street music. Right? That's kind of how I'm looking at it. Because if you're like, yo, I'm going to spin a block and spin again, am I wrong? Like, I don't know. Like, it's usually I'm on here and I'm cooking, but I'm not a street dude. So, like, I feel like I need someone to debate with. Because I want to be fair about, like, how I'm processing this and how I'm looking at it. Somebody said, Ack, what the fuck you're talking about? Okay. I don't want to call whack. The reason why I want to call whack is that I don't want to call whack first. I want to call somebody. G Malone said he'll join. Is G Malone around? Did he say that on Twitter? I don't even think G Malone likes me, bro. But I did listen to his thing. He sounded pretty passionate. He had a point. Bro, y'all just be lying to me, man. This nigga did not say he would join. I'd get him on here. I would love to hear his perspective. But I did hear his perspective when I heard it earlier. I want to hear a argument that's for what's happening. Like, I would love to talk to Pooh Shiesty now. I would love to talk to Thug now, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it feels like the streets is getting denounced because it's forcing people to go against their friend. Their friend is Young Thug. And I said yesterday, I'm like, bro, I wish these street dudes would just say, yo, listen, yo, I'm a street nigga, but like, yo, that's my friend. I'm not going against him. Whatever y'all say he is, cool. That's my nigga, though. I'm not going against him. And friendship outweighs any street shit. And I would think that would be. Like, you don't know niggas in the street like that. Like, how you got a shared code that could go against a nigga who probably, when you got locked up, he sent money to your mom? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who cares? So I think that's more important, if you ask me. But it might not be that. So let me just go down and if we could get G Malone on here, I will. If I could get someone else, I do want to get Wack on here, and I will. Here's the thing: I think we know Wack's perspective, and you know this is a conversation that is much more than an echo chamber where you know where I'm at. I'm not a street dude. You know how Wack feels already without him talking. This is why I want to bring in G Malone. And if you know, yeah. Oh, I would love to call Zay Osama too. Yeah. I think I'll call Zay Osama. Yeah, I would love to call Zay Osama. All right. So I want to call Zay Osama, and I kind of, I mean, I wish I could call like Thug. Maybe I try to get Savage on here or something like that, just to give that perspective. Because having me being I get it, I got the platform, but being the person who has the burden to represent all sides is unfair, I think. Okay, so Pushaisi says traumatized, F the streets. Now, and this is what I'm saying, I got questions. Because is he saying, yo, I've just lost people, I've lost time of my life, which is true, he went to prison. So fuck what the streets has done on a trauma level, right? When G Herbo says fuck the streets, like G Herbo was just arguing with some nigga about could he come back to a block, and the dude died. Like, that didn't say, nigga, fuck the streets, I'm over here, like, you know, in mansions, I don't need to be where y'all are at. He was talking about, nigga, I could go where I want to go. He was talking street shit. But maybe he's talking about fuck the streets and, man, do you know how many homies I've done lost? You know, G Herbo also made an album called PTSD. So, you know, I'm trying to be fair a bit. The person, I ain't gonna lie to you. If YoungBoy said fuck the streets, is over. if YoungBoy tweet out fuck the streets, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But he didn't. Duty Low, who is, you know, an OTF member, he said fuck the streets as well. Right? Who else? Wife and Lucci said fuck the streets. And I could get it. I feel like Wife and Lucci has lost a lot. Like, you know, for all it's worth, he's just lost a lot. He lost a lot of time. He lost people. It's not much he's gained. And I get that. And maybe it's how I'm envisioning it. When he says fuck the streets, it feels like he's saying, man, fuck what is taken from me. I feel like when some other niggas saying fuck the streets, they're saying fuck the codes associated with the streets. And that's where I'm confused about. Because if I'm, in my opinion, the streets died for Young Thug. The streets died on the cross for Young Thug. So when people are saying fuck the streets, it also means fuck the street codes. Because primarily what the conversation has been, hey, if y'all feel that Gunna is whatever, and y'all feel that so-and-so is whatever, well, you got to keep the same energy for Young Thug. That's codes that's supposedly ingrained in the streets. That isn't about pain and whatever. That's about these codes that are street-oriented codes. So this is why I keep saying the streets is dying for Thug. I know, like, when I'm looking at Lucci's thing, it kind of feels like he's saying, like, it's like he's saying that fuck the streets and it's taken so much from me. So not necessarily like, oh, fuck the streets because, you know, for Young Thug type shit. But I don't know. It's like confusing. I'm trying to get some clarification on this. Who else said fuck the streets? By the way, I will say, if you never thought Savage, you know, Savage might be like the most, like, influential street dude other than Dirk, I gotta be honest. Savage is almost telling these niggas, he's like, what y'all waiting on? He tagged a couple niggas. Baby Drill, Lil One DTE, Benji Bluebills, like he's and by the way, I will say, we'll get into this later. He posted a picture of Quavo and Offset on the phone. Big 30 said that, yeah. Says, on our dead bros, I see what you're doing, my brother, and it's time I'm with you. You know that. Let's give the world a different look at us. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when I see that, I feel like they're saying the streets in terms of the violence and stuff like that, that's just stupid. We're just losing. We're losing our lives. We're losing friends. We're losing valuable time by going to jail. And I agree with that. Stupid. But I'm still at the part where we're saying, if that's what y'all talking about, everybody's going to celebrate, y'all stop beefing. But we then still got to get to these supposed codes. But it's one of those things that might be like, well, if we said fuck the streets, the codes don't matter no more. I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay. But yeah, I was surprised. Yo, Savage really got every nigga really involved, like talking that shit about this. And that's when I realized that nigga Savage got some power. Wow. Okay. Who should I call? You know what? Maybe I call Rollo. I would love to call Rollo. I think Rollo would have some good insight, huh? I think Rollo would have some amazing insight on this. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully he didn't change his number. Somebody said, this is what you wanted, now you're confused. No. You're not getting what I'm saying. If you're saying this is what I wanted, I don't believe for a second these niggas are going to stop making street music, right? So when you hear fuck the streets, you would think that people, it's not only about this mentality, it's also about the music that's associated with it. This song that Pooh Shiesty just put out, that's going to be number one, at least in hip hop, it's a street song. So if you're down with the fuck the street movement, brother, you got to make songs about fucking hoes, to getting some money, like not, yo, I ain't sent a hit in 4 years. I ain't shot somebody in 4 years and I ain't sent a hit in 3. Like, that's not the type of music you should be making. Like, are we going to be honest? Are we going to be honest or no? So for me, when I see everybody co-sign, I'm like, damn, fuck. I guess we won't get another Shiesty song that's talking street shit. Would he say he's not with the movement? You want me to get Woody on here? Maybe I can get Woody on here. I don't have G Malone's number, so I don't know how to contact him. Like, honestly, I want to start the conversation off by getting the side that agrees with it. Shit. Let me see. All right, nice. Let me. Let's see. I'm trying to pull some string. Somebody said call Sauce Walker. I feel we call Sauce Walker, he gonna say the wrong thing. What did Sauce Walker say? Did he say anything? Okay. Yeah, I would love to hear what Sauce Walker got to say. Oh, he has not said nothing.
You police ass niggas don't be talking about fuck the streets now, cause everybody snitching. Bitch, I went and did 10 years behind this shit. Bitch, I love the streets. Ain't no motherfucker fuck the streets, just fuck the snitches. Fuck road child.
Let me see. I think this is Sauce Walker's number. I don't know. Is this him? But he's not with it. Wait, that video, he's not with it. I want to hear people that's with it. Because their explanation might be very different than what we're thinking. Right? Because he posted this video. Yeah, I've seen this video posted by a couple people. Is he?
Police ass nigga don't be talking about fuck the streets now, cause everybody snitching. Bitch, I went and did 10 years behind this shit. Bitch, I love the streets. Ain't no motherfucking fuck the streets, just fuck the snitches. Fuck wrong with y'all. All you police ass niggas don't.
Okay. We got to start the conversation off right. If we start the conversation off with someone who, like, if I call 6ix9ine, he's gonna just skew the conversation in on the other end. We should call Gilly. What does Gilly feel about it? Gilly Instagram. Let me see. Has he spoken about fuck the street? He's probably talking about Jalen Hurts, man. He loves the Eagles. God damn. Let's see. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He don't even speak about hip hop that much or like current events. Yeah. I guess they have a thing going on. Yeah. Who could we get? GA Powerade says, yo, Thug and Savage are doing the biggest Jedi mind trick on everybody. All this is easier than just calling Gunna. Call Dave Blunts. All right, I'm gonna get Rollo on here. Rollo did respond.